The Bagan kingdom was founded in 849 AD by Myanmar in the Irrawaddy River Valley. The small kingdom of Upper Myanmar was expanded by King Anawrahta, and he united the region for the first time in history. He also stopped the advance of the Khmer Empire and made Bagan one of the major empires of Southeast Asia. He was the son of Bagan king Kunso, who was overthrown by his two stepbrothers and forced to lead the life of a monk in a monastery. Anawrahta raised a rebellion when one of his stepbrothers married his mother and started addressing him as brother son, which offended and enraged him. He killed his stepbrother near Mount Popa. Mount Popa is also the center of Nat worship. Nats are godlike spirits who were humans but met violent deaths. Anawrahta was a follower of Ari Buddhism, which is a type of Tantric Buddhism that arrived in Myanmar from the Pal Kingdom of Bengal or from Tibet. Ari Buddhism combined the elements of Buddhism, Nat worship, and Hinduism. King Anawrahta recognized and formalized the official list of 37 Nats. He was converted to Theravada Buddhism by a Mon monk, Shin Arahan. He gave the king the teaching of Appamad or mindfulness and gave him the same doctrine that the monk Nigrotha had given to Emperor Ashoka of India when he converted to Buddhism. Shin Arahan had introduced the Theravada to the Myanmar people, but Anawrahta felt that to establish the Dhamma in Bagan, he needed the Buddhist canon and holy relics of Buddha. He requested for the scriptures and relics from different neighboring Buddhist countries, but he was refused by all of them. He requested Manuha, the Mon king of Thatan, for scriptures, but when he also refused, Anawrahta attacked Thatan in 1057 AD and captured the city after 3 months' siege. He brought the Buddhist canons by force, along with King Manuha, his family, and 30,000 monks and artisans. These monks and artisans played an important role in establishing Bagan as the center of Buddhist learning and architecture. He took the relics from Sri Kshetra after capturing the Pew kingdom. The campaign against Thatan also helped him to add rich Indian colonies to his empire, besides stopping the advance of the Khmer Empire, a Hindu state. He was able to provide much needed safe shelter to Theravada Buddhism in Myanmar, which was in retreat in other parts of Southeast Asia from the repeated attacks of the Hindu Khmer Empire and the Chola Empire of South India. He also provided aid and supplies to King Vijayabahu I of Sri Lanka to fight the Chola kings who had invaded the island. He sent monks to Sri Lanka to re-establish the ordination of monks at the request of King Vijayabahu once the Sri Lankan king was able to defeat the Cholas. Anawrahta was succeeded by his son Kyansita, who was another great king that Myanmar has seen. With the rise of wealth of the kingdom led by growing agriculture and trade, he started the large-scale construction of temples and monasteries, for which Bagan is most famous today. This included the famed Ananda temple. He also sent a team to Bodh Gaya to repair the Mahabodhi temple, which was damaged during the Turk attacks. Kyansita also introduced a new style of Buddhist architecture. The traditional stupa found in South Asia is a solid mound in which the relics are enshrined. The stupas are generally surrounded by circumambulatory paths and beautifully carved railings. As the stupas are solid and one cannot enter inside them, the area of worship is situated around the stupas. In the new style of architecture, the stupas are not solid mounds and could be entered inside. Instead of railings, the shrine was surrounded by halls with beautifully carved stone reliefs depicting scenes from the life of Buddha. He also tried to eliminate the influence of Tantric Buddhism introduced from Bengal and instead promoted the ancient Theravada Buddhism of Sri Lanka. The Bagan Empire ended with the Mongol invasions. After the last king of Bagan, Narathiyapate, refused to pay tribute to the Mongol kings of China. The furious Mongol king attacked Myanmar and defeated the Bagan forces fighting under the command of Ananda Pissi. With the defeat of Bagan forces in the Battle of Nasangchang and Tagong, the king and his court fled to the south of the country. The king finally agreed to give tributes to the Mongol king. King Anawrahta was killed in 1287 by one of his sons while he was returning to his capital Bagan. He was forced by his son to eat poison food, and with his death, the Bagan Empire collapsed. The empire was divided among the three Shan brothers who paid tribute to the Mongols. After the collapse of Bagan, Myanmar went into a period of chaos.